Namaste guys, hi and welcome. So today I wanted to show you a hip flexor work for your hips to start to open up, to square your hips, to start to open up, to find availability in your hip flexors. So a lot of time when we're doing movement, particularly opening up the front body and getting into deeper bending in the back body into the spine, we get a lot of pain, potentially on the lower back, because we don't have an opening through the hip flexors. Also, our hips can become quite sore in general when we are very tired as sports people or sitting all the time when this contracted hip flexor, cycling, running, any type of rugby or football, all of this leads to tightening of the hips. So to work the hip flexors, I have a great exercise for you. So fold your mat over, and even for those who are working into squaring the splits and have them, this will be a great exercise too. You're going to lengthen out a leg here, and from here you're going to lift up tall. Inhale, exhale. You're going to make sure this leg is over. I've got my socks on for sliding purposes. And you're going to not actually have square hips. You're going to open up in this position, but you're going to keep your shoulders square. So you're going to open up your hips but keep your shoulders square. So to look at the position from here, you're going to have your foot over, so you've got a cross. You're not going to let your shoulders open up, they're going to be square, but you are going to open up your hips as you lean forward, okay? So from that movement, you're going to have this movement here, open up your hips, square your shoulders, inhale, exhale, lengthen out through your belly and flatten it, push your hips over. So don't let your hips come to the side, push your hips over, and you're going to feel it right in your hip flexors here. You're going to lean back here with your arms if you can, keeping a flat belly. So we're not doing this, we're keeping a flat belly, almost looking at your belly button. Keep opening your hips, pushing over, and start to pulse. So nice and flat, and you're going to feel it heaps in your hip flexor. Okay, this is going to be a fantastic place for you to open up. So let me show you from the front, okay? So squaring off is in a slight cross. Bring your leg out here, find your balance. That can be hard, you can be doing this and you can be doing that. That's okay, over time you'll get that balance. From here, you're going to square your shoulders, but open up your hips and keep squaring your shoulders. From here, instead of that sinking there, you're going to lift back up and flatten and open up, leading with your hip forward and then tucking your bottom under. And then you're going to pulse here. Nice and flat, hands back. So not this, lengthening up, flat belly. You're almost looking at your belly button, opening up through the front hip, keeping your shoulders square, tucking your bottom and pulsating here. Doing about 10 to 20 pulses. This is going to really open up your hip flexors. If you're struggling with understanding the straight back, what you can do is get something like a drink bottle. Here is your alignment here. And from here, you're pushing your hips forward, and see my back is straight. So it's not that, it's straight and along and aligned. So looking at my belly button. So it's not that, it's that. So you can put a stick or something below in your spine so you can understand that movement, and then push your hips forward, keeping that back and stomach flat. And this also will be a great place. From here, keeping that movement, bring your foot out front and across your body, open up, keeping your shoulders straight and keeping that nice flat body, and there's your pulse there. Really working in to your hip flexor. So for anyone who's tight in hip flexors, looking at squaring their hips, here's a great movement. It'll really work into them, really open them up. You'll really feel it all the way through here. A lot of things to work on, alignment of your shoulders, remembering to open up into your hips by keeping your shoulders aligned, remembering to push your hips forward, so not sink into them, push your hips forward, nice straight spine. I hope you enjoy it. Play with it. It may take a while to get. It'll make a huge difference into having mobility, function, freedom, flexibility, and strength in your hip flexors. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe. Namaste.